Bleed black and gold, buff forever. You already know, man. It's your boy, T Green, and I'm back with another one.
What's going on? What's going on, man? If you don't know, now you know. Now, y'all, did we let our emotions get in the way? And honestly, let's be honest. I think we all did. I think with that first loss, we really... we did a knee-jerking move, in my opinion. And even though Ryan Staub had some good moments during that Delaware game, Kaidon Salter should have been the starter. You know what I mean? Like, there was special moments in that Houston game where Staub, came through. But there was moments where we was like, bruh just still, he's still developing. Even though he followed behind Shurmur and he could hold it down, we was all hoping after halftime that Salter would come back out on the field and be our QB. And if you didn't feel that, then I ain't gonna even say it, but I trust and believe, I know for a fact that I felt it deep down inside. So I know most of you felt the same way. So the frustration, I get it. But at the end of the day, this QB carousel has left everyone, including the players, second guessing everything. And Pat Shurmur's conservative play calling has drawn legit heat. Everybody is wondering, what is Pat Shurmur doing? We're tired of seeing these bubble screens. It's like screen after screen after screen. It seems like every other possession we do a bubble screen. Man, hey, we should only be doing one bubble screen a game. And not only that, the wide receivers are not blocking for the other wide receivers. So the screen is not even developing. We all saw that hit that was that Draylon Miller? Miller. He took during the last game. Man, let's kind of chill with that. But we ain't gonna speak on Pat Shurmur right now because, let me tell you one thing, boy. This Wyoming game, Pat better call a good game. That's all I'm gonna say because, man, a lot of people is itching out there on Twitter, aka X, is saying, hey, Pat need to go. Man, come on. But anyway, with the Buffs heading to this 1-2, we 1-2, I meant to say, heading into this get-right game against Wyoming, y'all. Saturday, September 20th at 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time on ESPN, y'all. Everybody gonna be tuned in. Here's a little breakdown on what it's going to take for us to get the win. Our QB decision and tweaks that we're going to need on the offense, man, because, I know right now they got us heavily saying that we should be the favorite, with a 13.5 spread with an 85.7% win probability for those out there who going to be hitting the apps trying to make a little money. But at the end of the day, man, everything been wrong. Last week they said Houston should beat us by 5, and you seen how that turned out. And we thought that, hey, we gonna be able to make it do what it do. But it's some buzz going on now. I don't know if this gonna make a lot of sense to a lot of people, but they're saying, who will be starting that QB1 this week? And it's looking like the buzz is saying that Kaidon Salter is gonna probably most likely start against Wyoming, because Wyoming coach Jay Salvell, I may be pronouncing his name wrong, pretty much confirmed that his defense is preparing primarily for Salter's dual threat style. So, I'm not saying that Salter is definitely going to get the nod, which I feel in my hearts of hearts that that's probably gonna be. But at the end of the day, man, hey, we got to make a change. And Coach Prime hasn't announced who was gonna be our QB. But the way this thing going, man, all the fans and pretty much everybody is saying Salter never should have been benched. At the end of the day, now they're saying that. But I think, like I said in the beginning of this video, our emotions was at an all-time high. We needed something done quickly because it was just Oh man, we had such a devastating loss, and I think our emotions played a big part in that. And I know Coach Prime said, he had a talk with God, and he was thinking about this for a long time, and blase soise. But at the end of the day, hey man, we was going along with it, so can't front like we was. And some of you was saying it was a dumb decision. I'm not gonna say all of us, but at the end of the day, man, we only want what's best for our team, and now that we looking at it, after the dust done settled, Salter probably shouldn't have been removed from that starting role. And that's no shade to Staub, but at the end of the day, let's just keep it 1,000 wow, right? So what does the Buffs need to do to win? Let's get right to it, y'all. Let's cut all the chitter chatter. We got to establish a run game early, and we have to run the ball often. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we got some great running backs. We ain't gonna go down the laundry list of names because all of them could get the job done at this point. Now, we gotta protect the QB and limit turnovers. Staub took 5 sacks during that Houston game. Do y'all hear me? Staub took 5 sacks. We're not finna have that happen again. But Salter's mobility helps the O-line. At the end of the day, Salter could get out of there and get the moving. What Staub tried, but he just don't have that agile functionality like Salter do. You know what I mean? So we need 0 turnovers. That's the key, because Wyoming forces 1.2 per game. So we have to protect that ball. Use quick screens. Nah. I don't want to hit. I just said it a moment ago. I don't want to see no more bubble screens, but it do look good when it works. But at the end of the day, that's not going to get the job done. What's going to get the job done is these RPOs, getting that ball out fast, avoiding third and long downs. You know what I mean? Third and long just not going to look good, Now, we got to wake up this defense a little bit, especially versus the run. I don't know what is going on with our defensive linemen. Sometimes they show man, they really handling business, and sometimes, man, these gaps be so big you could put an 18-wheeler through it. We got to stand our ground, because Wyoming quarterback Kaidon, at the end of the day, man, this dude here, he love to do bootlegs. Come on now, look at some of these highlights on him. I'm just not speaking, I'm looking at film work. Bruh loves bootlegs. So our linebackers, when we spying on him, we got to be able to hold it down. So our linebackers is gonna be very, very key to this game. If our defensive front could just at least hold their ground, our linebackers gonna have to be sticking and moving, man. We got to hold these dudes under 21 points for us to win the game. The special teams has been special, so I don't too much worry about special teams right now, but we gonna have to fix the play calling. I know I kind of briefly talked on it earlier, but we gonna have to fix the play calling, y'all. It's time for Pat Shurmur to adapt, or I'm sorry, but hey, somebody got to say it, or he got to go. he gonna have to go, man. It's other people who could do some play calling. Prime, but that means you need to go ahead and lower that mic and you call the plays yourself on what you seeing and feeling out there in live. Cause something about with Coach, I don't know if it's cause Shurmur is up there in that booth now and not down there on that. I don't know, but man, you got to get it together, because everybody is saying what is going on? Now, on the defensive side, hey, Livingston, he has been calling, I feel, the right plays. I just don't think our guys is getting into position. And that number 10, I can't even think of his name right now, but that number 10 cannot keep getting burnt how he was getting burnt. I don't know, bro. We may need to get another cornerback out there on that outside, because, man, these dudes is running go routes and all kind of special routes and just burning them. That was a crazy game versus Houston. So we got to tighten up in our secondary. Everybody just got to tighten up, man. This is going to be an interesting game, y'all. I'm not going to even do no predictions because I have been wrong so far. It's killing my win record right now, because y'all know last season I was calling good money. This season here, woo. But I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot again. If we could keep Wyoming under 21, I think the score would be something like, I see you Buffs, I'm going to go with a 35-20 35-21 or a 35-14, but that's may be hard because our defense. So I'm gonna go with a 35-21. You know, CU Buffs should get the win if we play smart here. Salter start and our defense step up to the plate. We establish a run game with a little RPO, you know, and a good passing game. Then, hey, we just play good level football. We just need a level game. If we have that, then we should get the win, man. But this is just my opinion. I know it's early in the week, and I just wanted to get this video out here because I just think that we all was running off emotions. Now that things done calmed down, especially with myself, I was mad for a few days. I had to get myself together, and it ain't make it no better with the Dolphins just playing the way they playing. So it's just, I'm just all, my head space right now ain't good. I can't even front y'all. But man, you know we go. Ooh, you got me stuttering again. But you know how we gonna do, man. We gonna do what? Keep our eyes and ears open, cause you already know the motto.
You already know the motto, man. Another day above ground is what? Truly a blessing. Like, share, subscribe, tune in with your boy, you know, T Green, and I'm gonna be right back with another one.